I actually found it quite annoying, if I'm being honest, is the way that Republicans or nobody on the right who preached about corruption and the corruption that in the Biden administration, which there was a lot of, and we don't need to go into it because we all know what it was. Yet when Trump releases his meme coin, which to me is just outrageous, everybody's like, oh, that's fine. I'm like, is it?
Can't disagree with you. I mean, it's hilarious. I think this is the most corrupt presidency in U.S. history. With the money they are raking in with the NFTs and the meme coin. I mean, it is so blatant. It's right in front of our eyes. And the funny thing about I don't care as long as we get a wall and mass deportations. If I have not made that clear, I don't care about anything but saving the country. We'll deal with, future presidents being corrupt. I mean, it's corrupt in the sense that I should probably modify what I just said. It's corrupt in the sense that he's using the presidency to rake in so much money, which I believe is technically an ethics violation, but he isn't...
Technically. Sounds like an ethics violation to me.
But I think it's better than, for example, not releasing the Epstein files because in a trade-off with his donors. Okay, give me $100 million and I won't release them. I mean, that hasn't come to light, but I'm just saying that right now he is just, as far as we know, just raking in the money to benefit himself and his family. He is pushing the MAGA policies, and I mean, I thought this, and I think I said it publicly. I think on my Substack with Mickey Kaus, because he asked me, now, if you liked Joe Biden's policies, would you care about this under Biden stuff? And we both agreed that I think most Americans wouldn't care if you liked the policies. Well, because that was another one, I'm sorry, sorry to interrupt, that was just to benefit the Biden family.
Okay. I'd see, my pushback to that is corruption is a cancer. And if you let it spread unchecked and you do not challenge it, it permeates into every facet of society. Society eventually collapses, which is what I've seen in Venezuela.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. I think the most corrupt, actually. Yeah, Venezuela.
Congratulations.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Motor capital of the world as well. Perfect. But, so when I find what you're saying, Anne, as a Republican and as a conservative, quite shocking, if I'm being honest, because if we don't challenge corruption at the helm, at the highest possible echelon, you're basically giving it a free pass, aren't you?
No, I agree with that in principle, and you're totally nailing me on it, and I'm probably blushing now, but our country is so much further gone than yours is. I thought when I wrote Adios America in 2015 about immigration, not just illegal immigration, all immigration. Since 1970, we have been hauling in the third world hand over fist. I mean, 90% of our legal immigrants are from the third world. Try to immigrate from Western Europe. It was a specific design by the Democrats to change the country more in their favor, and happened to wreck the country at the same time. We're down to, I mean, this is something else that we can look up and get the actual number on. We're down to, from like 1620 up until 1970, the country was 80 to 90% white, 10 to 20% black. Those are foundational Americans, and the 1970 population overwhelmingly traced its ancestry back to colonial times. We're now down to, it's about 13% black, so that hasn't changed that much. We're now down to, I think, around 57% white Americans. And by the way, they include a lot of Hispanics in white. And people always talk about, and I'm sorry, but the president of Singapore was right. People do vote their ethnicity. The Democrats were right. Bringing in third world immigrants got them a lot of votes. Maybe we can change in the future. Maybe it takes about 100 years.
Wait, didn't Hispanics break for Trump this election?
Nope.
No?
Big fat lie. They went a little bit more for the Republican. No, it's like the rate of growth in the government.
Yeah.
No, it was a huge cut. The rate of growth.
What was it? What was the breakdown? I don't remember off the top of my head.
It was more than usual, and there were a few areas where it seemed to matter. I forget what it was, but it was absolutely not a majority. It was a big move. I think Hispanic men might have slightly made it.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, white males between the ages of 18 and 25 are like 90% Trump voters. No, that's a good demographic for us. So people always talk about, and maybe it's probably the same here, but how politics will swing. There's a pendulum back and forth. And, it'll seem like Republicans totally on the upswing. Well, you get, FDR, liberal. Then we get Reagan. It seems like they're going to be around forever. Then Obama. Oh my gosh, Republican Party is finished. And it seems to swing back and forth. But I mean, in the 1950s, which I wrote about with the communist stuff and Alger Hiss and Joe McCarthy, if I had lived in those times, I would have thought the country's over. Our government is streaming with spies for Stalin. That would have looked pretty bad to me. And then, Whittaker Chambers said, I'm moving from the Communist Party to the side of truth and God, and I'm moving from the winning side to the losing side. He's kind of a pessimistic fellow. But no, in the end, the losing side won, so you would think you'd have, more hope that you do have the pendulum swing and it is crazy as it gets. But that was with a different population. Reagan wouldn't win 1-2 landslides now with the new demographics. Look at California. For your future, America. California gave us, until Trump, our two greatest Republican presidents, Richard Nixon and Donald Trump.